Hello Philippines, mabuhay, Kuya Den here, and this is the realme C3. The company is launching this phone on March 5. They previously launched the C1 and C2 at a price range of around 7,000 pesos, so I'm very curious what we can get from an entry-level phone in 2020. So I'm gonna open it up, we're gonna play some games, we're gonna run a few benchmarks and take a few sample photos, then you can tell me if this is the phone for you. So hey, let's do this. Alright, so here it is, the realme C3. Label clearly shows that we have a C3 in our hands and not something else. It also shows the main features of the phone, such as AI triple camera, 6.5-inch full screen, 5000 mAh, massive battery, take note, massive battery, and Helio G70 processor. Our phone comes with 3 gigs of memory and 32 gigs of storage. Of course, we have 2 IMEIs for dual SIM support. Upon opening the box, we are greeted with the message, "Hey, welcome to the realme family." Inside, we find some manuals. Of course, let's throw that away because manuals are for weaklings and we don't know how to read. Okay, so here we have the phone wrapped in protective plastic. Let's destroy it and power up the phone. Okay, check it out guys, ang ganda, diba? The phone looks really good. It's the same fingerprint and scratch resistant chassis that we saw in the Realme 5i. Realme calls it the Sunrise design. Triple camera module up top, main camera with f1.8 aperture is marked with a yellow circle. Below that we have 2 lenses for portrait and macro mode. Dual LED flash and fingerprint scanner at the middle. Okay, so this phone really reminds me of the Realme 5i. I'll put a link to our unboxing and hands-on that we did much earlier in the description box below. The top is clean. To the left, we have our volume rocker and SIM tray, dedicated SIM slots, and dedicated micro SD expansion slot. Nothing but the power button on the other side. .3.5mm audio port, micro USB port for power delivery and wired data transfer, also bottom firing speakers. Out of the box, the phone runs on Android 10, which is really good, and of course the first version of Realme UI. Package includes this nice thick cable with the yellow Realme branding, just like other Realme phones. Same thing for the adapter, 10 watts maximum power draw. Let's remove the SIM tray. We have dedicated dual SIM slots and a dedicated expansion slot. Very cool. Let's take a look at the camera. Our stock camera comes with several options like expert mode and ultra macro. We also get portrait mode and other standard options. Nothing too fancy. So now I'm gonna take a few photos in different lighting conditions and I'm gonna show them on screen. I'd like to know from you guys what you think of them. Do you think they're good? What do you think are the weaknesses of this camera? Okay, so the phone is very smooth, and earlier I ran some synthetic benchmarks and surprisingly I managed to hit almost 180k in Antutu, which is a very good score. Moving on to gaming, I installed Marvel Super War and set it to maximum graphics settings with high frame rate mode enabled. So that's 60 FPS and I managed to get around 58 on the average. And the game runs pretty smooth, although I've noticed that loading takes a bit of time. So there you have it guys, the Realme C3. It's a very solid device. This phone will be launched on March 5, so we don't know the price yet, but we feel that it would land somewhere around 7,000 pesos or $140 based on past year's releases, which if it does, then it's a very good deal for the price and it's very hard to beat. It's very hard to find another phone with this similar value or similar or better value, except for perhaps Xiaomi. They came out with the Redmi Note and the Redmi Note 8 Pro last year. Unfortunately, I don't have the non-pro version. I do have the pro version in case you would like to see a comparison or something. And if you have any questions about this phone, if there's something that I didn't cover in my video, feel free to leave a message. And you can also find me on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. So hey, that's it. I hope you like this video and I'll see you guys on the next one. Paalam!